this season. Make it 3. And Terry Allen, who had a big day in the win over the Rams last week, puts Minnesota back on top.
What an impressive drive for the Vikings. That offensive line just ripping huge holes in that Eagle defense. And Terry Allen gets his 10th rushing touchdown of the year. They're just running right at him, manhandling him all across that front line, the mud side and the pudding side.
And now Fuad Reveiz is on to try the extra point. It is up and good.
That's tight end Steve Jordan, 83, with the huge block on middle linebacker Byron Evans. The crack to the inside's all Allen needs.
Summary is sponsored by Budweiser.
The 49ers and Saints have already clinched playoff berths for 92. The Vikings can get in if they win today. The Cowboys play at Denver later this afternoon. They will clinch a berth with a victory there. Interesting scenario for the Broncos. Dan Reeves, with John Elway not playing, is going to alternate his quarterbacks today.
Very desperate move by a desperate man, but what else are you going to do? Maddox isn't getting the job done at quarterback all by himself.
Here's Reveiz, rather, and this is a short kickoff with a wind behind him, taken by Sikahema. But what a downfield job he got out of the special teams, Anthony Parker. Richie Kotite says we can't afford a loss. They're 7-5, tied with the Redskins right now.
The important thing to remember is that 3 teams go in automatically as division champions, and there are only 3 wild card spots left, and it appears that that's what the Eagles will have to shoot for. Wow, look at Green Bay.
My goodness. Roger Craig getting an ankle taped after an impressive performance in that last drive. Here's the short handoff to Heath Sherman, and he gets a couple out to the 23-yard line. Tackle is made by Chris Dolman, number 56.
This Viking defense is really playing with a lot of confidence and a lot of discipline, and it's led by Chris Dolman and that front 4. They have been very impressive this year. Dolman told us yesterday that John Tierlink, the new defensive line coach for the Vikings, has helped him and the entire defense tremendously.
Second down. Here comes the blitz from the outside. The pass caught by Barnett. Colonel Lee gets some help defensively from Mike Merriweather. And the tackle made to the 31-yard line. That's a gain of 7.
And what the Vikings are going to do to Cunningham is they're going to force him to beat the Vikings with his arm. That first drive, that touchdown that Cunningham led, he did it with his legs. But so far throwing the ball, he's only got 13 yards.
2 out of 3, and they will measure this to see if the Eagles got the first down. Freddie Barnett, who earlier this season had a huge day in week 2 with 193 yards. Last week, he caught 6, but he had really been relatively not a part of what was going on offensively here.
And he needs to be the big play threat, one of the best in all of football. And for the Vikings for the Eagles to have success today, Barnett has to have a big one.
First down and 10. Calvin Williams in motion. Heath Sherman tries to sweep it left. Dolan gives chase. So does Waiters. And that's a gain of 1 on first down. 10-7 is the score here. Let's go back to New York and see what's going on with Greg Coleman.
All right, Vern, in Milwaukee, Andre Ware has come on to quarterback the Lions against Green Bay. He fumbled his first snap. On his second, when Matt Brock sacks him, he loses the handle. Tony Bennett picks it up and goes 18 yards. And Green Bay has a 28-0 lead on the Lions in the second quarter, Vern.
Oh, don't you know how happy Eric Kramer is?
Didn't like being benched, did he?
No. Bench to give Andre Ware a chance to play. Here's Cunningham rolling out. And coming up short of the first down, that's a gain of 6 out to the 38-yard line. Randall Cunningham with 6 carries already.
He's really reluctant to just sit back in the pocket as he did so well last week in the second half against the 49ers. So far today, on one of his very first attempts, he was sacked and fumbled. That set up the Vikings deep in Eagle territory. So you're looking at Cunningham now. When he gets back in that pocket, he's looking to run.
His high for the season was 81 yards in a loss at Kansas City. He's approaching that with 64 already. Wings it left side. That's good for the first down. Barnett at the 45-yard line. The tackle made by Audrey McMillan.
Barnett's a player who's capable of carrying an offense. When I played in San Diego, our deep threat was Wes Chandler. And any time that Wes Chandler had a big day, a 100-yard day receiving or scoring maybe 2 or 3 touchdowns, we were guaranteed of winning that game. It's just some players are charismatic and they have the ability to go along with it that lifts the entire offense with them.
That's a first down for Fred Barnett on the last play. Here's the blitz. Cunningham flips it out to Walker. Chased by Del Rio. Flies down the sidelines. And out of bounds with another 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
The Vikings don't really like to blitz all that often. They played a lot of zone this year, but here they're coming with a 5-man blitz. Merriweather from the far side. Cunningham reads the single coverage mismatch here with Walker being covered by the middle linebacker Del Rio. Good job by Cunningham and Walker picking up another first down.
Gain of 14 out of the backfield for Herschel Walker. And the ball at the 40-yard line. 7:18 remaining first half. And the yardage just about even between these two teams. Play action. They lob it to Sherman. What a dandy play. It was almost a variation of a shovel pass.
Well, watch Cunningham. He's going to fake the ball here and then come outside. Sherman will just be his lead blocker if he chose to make the play run that way. But very smart, good catchable soft pass. And Sherman is down inside the 25-yard line. Cunningham is now doing it with his arm.
Vincey, that was a shot put. Looked like a play Navy ran here yesterday. First down and 10. Walker up the middle. Well, I find it interesting, Dan, that we thought the defenses would dominate in this game, and yet both teams have moved the ball quite easily.
And they're moving it on the ground up the middle, but it's Cunningham on the last couple of plays with his arm. This is going to be a draw play. After you have success running it, then you want to come out, or throwing it, then you want to come back with a fake pass and run the draw play. Right at him. Good block that time by fullback Heath Sherman.
Williams goes left. Barnett comes right against Carl Lee. It's 2nd down and 4 with 6:10 remaining first half. Cunningham under pressure finds Sherman. He breaks a tackle. Mike Merriweather couldn't bring him down. And it's another Philadelphia first down.
Now they call him the Tank for obvious reasons when you look at his last name. Tremendous strength in his lower body. Runs low, and he shakes off this tackle. Good job by the offensive line. Cunningham has about 5 seconds on this one. Looking for number 23, finds him. And then he just bounces off Merriweather, gets out of bounds.
First down and 10, 10-7. Minnesota leads Philadelphia. Backs are split behind Cunningham. Play action. He pulls it up and slides down inside the 5. That is his 7th carry. And he's averaging better than 10 yards per tote.
And he's showing you why he's the most unique quarterback in football.
I can't tell whether that is a turtleneck or a bandana.
It looks like he's ready to rob the stage.
Either that or going on a heck of a skiing vacation. I call them bold words for 3rd and 3. Walker. And the surge.